I welcome you, dear friends, to this time of praise and worship. It's not exactly the easiest time to praise the Lord, to worship the Lord, to thank Him for all the amazing things He's done. Maybe you're going through something right now that nobody knows about. Maybe it's a job insecurity. Maybe it's fear regarding your own health. Maybe it's your children, maybe it's your family. There are very many reasons that could, keep us, there could be good enough reasons for us not to be joyful. And yet, the true presence of the Spirit, when He gives His Spirit and when His Spirit is in our heart, we get the grace to even praise and worship Him during difficult times. And that is the beauty of the strength that God gives us. That doesn't mean all problems go away, but it just means that He gives the strength to carry on. And as we begin with this first hymn, Bless the Lord, O my soul, I invite you, even if you do not feel like, to just open up your heart. Let us open up our hearts to the mighty presence of the Lord. When we just praise, that already defeats a lot of negativity that is probably in us, around us. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Rich in love, Lord. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart. praise your name. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near, my time has come. Still my soul sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore. Praise you, Lord, and bless the Lord, oh my soul, and worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. Praise you, Lord. We adore you, Lord. We give you thanks for your great glory. When the disciples were with the Lord on the boat, there was a storm that came, and the disciples thought Jesus was asleep and didn't care. And Peter wakes Jesus up and says, "Lord, we're sinking, do you not care?" And Jesus opens his eyes. He stands up on the boat and tells the storm, "Be still." And perhaps he even tells our souls, "Be still." We look at the storm and it's easy to get scared, and it's natural to get scared. Let us now look at Jesus, bringing all our little storms, and notice him telling, "Be still" to the storms, but also be still to our souls. As we sing this next song, "Still." Hide me now under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hand. Let's repeat that part. Hide me now under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hand. When the oceans rise and I will soar with you above the storms. Father, you are king over the floods, and I will be still and know you are God, and I will be still and know you are God. And I will be still, know you are God. I will be still, oh God. I will be still. I will be still. I will be still. Jesus is a God that not just calms the storms somewhere far away in the world, but also the storms in our hearts. He's a God that gets so personal with us. He's a God that is willing to sit with our silliest problems or our messiest darkness. He's a God that's willing to accompany us in the ups and the downs. He's a God that doesn't give up. He's a God who shed his blood for us. He's a God who loves us, always ready to take us in his arms. He's a God that never tires of forgiving us. He's a God that never tires of giving his mercy and strength to us when we reach out to him, when we open our hearts to him. No matter what position, place you are in right now, no matter what mess you find yourself in, as we sing this song, come to the altar. Jesus is calling. Let us feel his call. Let us feel his call in our hearts. Are you hurting and broken within? Overwhelmed by the weight of your sin? Jesus is calling. Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink from the well? Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Oh, what a Savior. Isn't he wonderful? Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Bow down before him, for he is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Bear your cross as you wait for the crown. Tell the world of the treasure you found. Jesus, we're so blessed to be able to call you our friend, a friend in need. As we come to you to worship you, may we enter into those inner courts, Lord, where you dwell. Where you dwell in all your glory. Where you dwell as a king, Lord, the king of our souls. Jesus, a beautiful name. O Jesus, holy and immortal one. O Jesus, risen and exalted one. We call out your name as we sing in worship. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Let his name just flow into our souls. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Holy and anointed one, Jesus, risen and exalted one, Jesus. Your name is like honey to my lips, your spirit like water to my soul. Your word is a lamp unto my feet. Jesus, I love you. I love you. Jesus. is just allow this moment of silence in our heart, to allow the Spirit to work in our heart.